And the big controversy of the day, a day after the centre brought in an ordinance making Delhi's Lieutenant Governor, who's the centre's representative, the final arbiter on the issue of appointments and transfers. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has called this a disgusting joke. He says that the central government has insulted the Supreme Court. Sounding the war bugle, Chief Minister Kejriwal says his government will challenge the union government's move, which was brought in hours after the Supreme Court went on vacation. So 8 days after the apex court gave the AAP-led Delhi government powers to appoint and transfer bureaucrats, apart from those related to public order, police and land, the Modi government, the centre, notified an ordinance on Friday at 9:55 p.m. that virtually allows two bureaucrats to veto the chief minister. Now, the BJP has justified this late-night ordinance. They say a union government has a broader perspective of governance and policy making, considering the interests of the entire country.
1 जुलाई को सुप्रीम कोर्ट खुलेगा, हम इसको चैलेंज करेंगे सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंदर, और फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट हम जानते हैं कि ये भी जानते हैं अंदर खाने, ये भी जानते हैं कि इस अध्यादेश का क्या होगा। तो क्या ये अध्यादेश केवल इस 1.25 महीने की छुट्टियों के लिए लाया गया है? आज मैंने आप ही लोगों के चैनलों पे देखा कि ये कह रहे हैं कि हम इन्होंने रिव्यू पिटीशन फाइल कर दी है, किसी ने कॉपी भी भेजी है, शायद कर दी है या करने वाले हैं, कर दी है। रिव्यू पिटीशन का क्या मतलब रह गया? जब ऑर्डिनेंस लाके इन्होंने पूरे के पूरे जजमेंट को खत्म कर दिया, तो जो जजमेंट ही नहीं बचा, उसका रिव्यू का कैसा?
वो अध्यादेश संविधान के तहत पूरी तरह से संवैधानिक, जो दिल्ली का महत्व है भारत के लिए, हर नागरिक के लिए, उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए, और इस बात को भी हमने ध्यान में रखते हुए दिल्ली में ही संसद है, दिल्ली में ही राष्ट्रपति का घर है, दिल्ली में ही सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया है, तमाम एम्बेसीज है। दिल्ली संविधान के तहत भी अगर आप चले तो एक यूनियन टेरिटरी है, यूनियन टेरिटरी। और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, ये जो आपकी मानसिकता हो गई है अराजकता की, जंगल राज फैलाने की, संविधान को दरकिनार कर देने की, ये ठीक नहीं है।
All right, so an ordinance issued with malicious intent. Joining us, R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, Priyanka Kakkar, chief national spokesperson of the AAP. Mr. Singh, to you first. The AAP says, remember who won the election? The BJP lost the election. The people of Delhi voted out the BJP. They did not want the BJP to be taking decisions for the people of Delhi. They trusted AAP. AAP points out. Raghav Chadha says, any state that votes into power, a non-BJP government is then stripped of its legislature and transformed into a centrally administered territory. What's going on here?
Well, first, let's try to do away with the misgivings which have been spread around about the court order. I'll read out from the court order, and it categorically states, para 95, page 66, it says Parliament enacts a law granting executive power on any subject which is within the domain of the NCTD. The executive power of the Lieutenant Governor shall be modified to the extent as per in that law, furthermore under section 49 of the GNCT Act. Now, this is the court order. Where is one trying to undermine the court order? The court itself has said that if need be, you can rectify the court, law and give power to the LG or formulate another formula for services. So, and that's what the government did. The power is still with the chief minister. Chief minister is going to head a committee.
No, sir. The court order which you just read out says go make a law. He did not say make an ordinance. Please read that again.
Thank you.
The court said make a law, which is what I'm guessing AAP is saying. But tell me, Mr. Singh, it took 8 days after the apex court gave the AAP-led government powers to govern, but then the Modi government notifies an ordinance on Friday night, 9:55 p.m. Are these dirty games? Now the Supreme Court is on summer break, so nothing can be done till June. If what you're saying is true, why did it take you 8 days to figure that out?
Shara, you have been a journalist quite long. You also know that laws are made by ordinance also. Section 35A was through ordinance, never went to the parliament at all. Never went to the parliament at all. And you never, I mean, I've seen you debate for the abrogation of section 370 and 35A. You never raised this question then. You were raising questions on government's prerogative of removing 375 and 35A. Not that 35 was an ordinance which was never took to the parliament. Here, next parliament session will go and it will be ratified by the parliament. I mean, it's not a problem at all.
Okay,
I mean,
so you were saying, okay, so you're saying you will...
Give me a second. It's very much within the framework of the Constitution. It's not outside the framework of the Constitution.
Kakkar, it's within the framework. 2 points here. One, Mr. Singh hasn't gone into why it was necessary or not. He's basically first arguing that it is within the framework of the Constitution.
Sara, good evening to everyone. Sara, let me first, unfortunately, for lack of a better word, the duffer government is reading selectively. What happens is, see,
I
Sara,
take strong objection to this.
Yes,
vocabulary.
please, Priyanka
Okay,
Kakkar, let's
no,
not start this argument by wasting our time with
very
the
well.
use
Okay.
of an
you can
inappropriate
always
word.
say
You're trying to make a point, then make that
Okay,
point,
not
please,
duffer.
Ms.
No,
Kakkar.
come
Now
let me
All right,
can't do
Mr. Singh, I have already said what was required here. Mr. Singh, hold that thought. Please let her finish.
Let me please speak. You have had your say. You are trying to, what you're trying to do is, this is your last ditch attempt to satisfy your ego.
Mr. Singh, please hold on.
This is your last
Mr.
ditch
Singh, please
attempt
hold on. I have
to
already
satisfy
told her
your
that was
ego.
inappropriate. Please hold on, Mr. Singh.
I know your ego is hurt. भाजपा का ego hurt हो गया, इसलिए आपको रातों-रात ordinance लाना पड़ा.
I'm just
Now
showing you
let
the
me
mirror.
speak.
I'm
Sara,
just showing
let
you
me
the mirror.
answer.
You must see the
Sara,
mirror.
let me
Priyanka
answer.
Kakkar, you had an
Not
opportunity and look where we
His
are
voice is
now.
not audible.
Please,
Answer.
can we hold, please, I'm going to turn the volume down on both of you because we're going to run out of time.
Let me please speak. Let me please answer. Now, there are two things, Sara. Sara, they also filed a review first. The review, what is the review about? It's pointless. Let me also say this with full responsibility, Sara. An ordinance cannot be brought to change the constitutional principles. They have
It
this
can be.
judgment.
Mr.
No,
Singh, please
sir.
let her finish.
No,
Mr.
sir,
Singh,
no.
let her finish.
It can
That
be.
is the problem.
Mr.
Sunna bhi
Singh,
nahi hai.
we'll come back to you.
Sunna
Don't
bhi nahi hai.
outshout
You are
her,
not
sir.
legally sound.
He
You're
won't
not
even
legally
listen.
sound.
If you have a point,
Man ki
just
baat
turn
karke
Mr. Singh
chale
down.
jayenge.
Ms. Kakkar, please, we're coming to
yes,
you.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, one, they filed a review of which is of no use now. I don't know. Please ask him why did they file a review. Then secondly, an ordinance cannot be brought in to change the constitutional principles. Sara, I say this with full responsibility. What are the constitutional principles? This judgment was decided unanimously by a constitution bench of five judges, which held on the federal structure, which held on devolution of power, which held on decentralization, which spoke about the political executive maintaining control over the services. You cannot change this by a midnight ordinance, sir. You can't read something selectively. Whatever you read, you only spoke about an amendment in the GNCTD Act. You have amended the constitution here. You can't do that. Do you understand the difference, sir? So this is the last ditch attempt by the BJP to save face. They will again in the Supreme Court fall flat. It is my request to the central government that more than half of the litigation pending in the courts is because of the central government. They should probably go into mediation so that the courts are relieved of the onus.
Mr. Singh, the question over here is, why was an ordinance brought in when the centre had already filed a review petition?
Ordinance was brought before the review petition, and then
no, ordinance was brought yesterday.
the review petition.
Ordinance was brought yesterday, sir. It's Saturday night. What Friday night?
Can I complete? Can I complete?
All right, Ms. Kakkar, hold on. Let him finish.
Thank you.
Ms. Kakkar,
Thank you for the
hold
debate.
on.
Calling me for the debate. I mean, you allow people to use abusive language.
No dramatics, please. Mr. Singh, if you have an answer, please give it to
I'm not
us.
dramatic. Do you think it's dramatic?
I do. Mr. Singh, give us your answer. Give us your answer. Do you have an answer?
I have no privilege to what review petition has gone, but ordinance can be brought. I checked with the legal luminaries. Yes, through ordinance route, law can be amended, and new law can be enacted through ordinance. It's there in the law. And as I told you, 35A.
Ms. Kakkar, hold on. Ms. Kakkar, hold on. Go ahead, Mr. Singh.
35A was there in this country without even going to the parliament. So let the parliament take place, let the session take place. It will take into the parliament and it will rectify it there. What's the big issue in that?
All
But
right, so you
concern
will...
is, can you give me a second? Give me a second now. What is happening in Delhi? The officers were called, harassed, bullied. You remember Ankush, what was the chief secretary's name? I forgot the name of the chief secretary, was called midnight and was thrashed, was beaten in the chief minister's office. And this has started again. And this all is being done to cover up their corruption.
Okay, okay. Let me ask Ms. Kakkar.
That's why doing this.
Okay, respond to that, Ms. Kakkar. BJP alleges that AAP was harassing officials, hence, in their defense, this was required.
Sara, the BJP is lying yet again. That case has been dismissed long ago. The chief minister has been absolved of that case, that he had nothing to do with it. They will not tell you that. You know, that case has long been disposed of.
Okay,
but they will keep
your
on
response.
harping.
I'm out of time. So, Mr. Singh, I want to ask you, now, will the same argument hold that you're saying that, you know, Delhi has all of these important duties that have to be taken care of by the centre? Will that hold when, if the BJP is in power?
BJP was in power with Madannath Khanaji as chief minister and Sabse Verma as chief minister.
Go ahead, Mr. Singh.
And he was there were two chief ministers, and with in center it was the Congress government, and so was Sheila Dikshit, the chief minister here, with central government, with Vajpayee leading the central government. But there was never a problem. But it's only because there's an anarchic system. When you call a chief secretary at home, and I'm sorry, ma'am, only your chief minister has been absolved, the case is still on. Please go and check.
No, it is not, sir. Don't be a Bajpayee.
I mean,
Ms. Kakkar, respond to the fact that Mr. Singh is saying that when Sheila Dikshit was chief minister, you had the BJP in power at the centre. They managed to work. Why is it this time so acrimonious?
So, Sara, see, we've had a policy of zero tolerance towards corruption since we came. These powers were snatched from us in 23. Let me tell you.
Mr. Singh, let her finish. Don't outshout her. Let her finish, Mr. Singh.
Suniye.
ministers are in jail.
Mr. Singh, please turn Mr. Singh down. Let her finish.
How do I speak?
Mr. Singh, you have to let her finish.
He knows
I
what
have
I'm
asked
saying.
her a question based on what you've said. Let her finish, sir.
The most corrupt government in the history of Delhi.
Mr. Singh, your screaming it doesn't make it true. Let her
No,
respond and the
hold
public, the audience can decide for themselves.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm shocked at your journalist point of view. Ma'am, have you not heard about what the court said about Mr.
Will you let her finish, sir? Mr. Singh, you've shot yourself in the foot. You should let her speak. If you believe that you've called her out with an important question, I wish you would let her speak. Thank you both. Unfortunately, we have to call this discussion off at this point of time because we're really doing a disservice to our viewers. Thank you both for joining us on Left, Right and Centre tonight. That's the news at this hour. Bye-bye.